Hey everyone, I just wanted to jump out and do a quick video on intermittent fasting. In this program, what you're doing, the Keto with Requette, it's a mixture of intermittent fasting with a ketogenic lifestyle. And what that's going to do is it's going to really improve your insulin sensitivity. Most of you are probably really insulin resistant. And, that's why we have a harder time, dropping weight. And so I wrote down 8 things that this is going to help you with. If you're like me, it's just if you know the science behind it, then you're more apt to stick to it. And so intermittent fasting has gotten really popular. We're starting to even, really notice the benefits from intermittent fasting to one or two. Some people will do like alternate day fasting or extended days fasting. And so your body is either in one state or the other. You're either feeding or fasting. And when you're fasting, it's almost like your body is going in and breaking down and utilizing its own lean tissue. Also, there's a benefit called autophagy, and I'm going to do a whole video on that in and of itself. Autophagy simply means to eat thyself. And so your body is going in and eating off its, not only your stored body fat, but also your dead sick cells. And so it's great for cancer prevention and disease prevention and just for anti-aging. But let's talk about these 8 things. So number 1 is it really promotes and improves HGH, which is human growth hormone. You'll hear me talk about the 6 fat burning hormones a lot. You have 3 fat storing hormones and you have 6 fat burning hormones. And so what you want to do, and you guys, most of your fat burning hormones are also your anti-aging hormones. So it's awesome because you're going to, elevate both of those. And so who doesn't want to drop fat and anti-age at the same time? It's really incredible how you can do that. So our HGH just normally starts to lower as we age, like right at around the age of in your 20s, it will start to lower. And so there's a guy, his name is Dr. Pescatori, and he actually works in Beverly Hills, and he runs a clinic on exactly how to improve people's human growth hormone. Now, those of you that are taking the Isagenix products, what you're going to really love about this is that there's certain amino acids, and you'll notice in my program that I always talk about the amino acid cocktails, and that's because there's certain amino acids that will trigger fat burning, and guess what? They're all found in your Isopro. And so as you mix intermittent fasting with a ketogenic lifestyle with grass-fed whey protein, your Isopro that's really low in carbs, and it's a protein that can be assimilated into the body really easy, then you're really going to improve your human growth hormone. So it's awesome with these little amino acid cocktails. If you're putting like your greens and your fruits, and you can, I'm going to be doing videos on those products and why they are, your critical ketogenic companions for when you're doing this lifestyle. Okay, so, a lot of people, what I was going to say is that at Dr. Pescatori's clinic, what he will do is like testosterone injections, human growth hormone injections. And the cool thing is you guys, you don't need to be doing that. What you want to do is trigger your own release and growth of human growth hormone. So that is really awesome. The next thing is anti-aging. We already kind of talked about that, but it just keeps all your hormones balanced. So it balances out your fat storing hormones, which is like your cortisol and your insulin and that kind of thing. It kind of balances that out, and it triggers off your fat burning hormones. And so your human growth hormone and your glucagon and protein really is what triggers your glucagon. So anti-aging is huge. It also is going to improve athletic performance. And so a lot of the athletes will do a lot of intermittent fasting. And if you guys can mix this, those of you that are athletes, if you want to mix this with weight training and with the burst training, so like HIIT training. So those 3 things together, it just really boosts and makes people faster, stronger. A lot of the athletes will end up doing this. And, this is what's really cool is it will actually boost your human growth hormone by about 1,000% if you can work out in the mornings on an empty stomach. So, a lot of it, if you think of intermittent fasting, what that is you're basically skipping breakfast. And I know we've always said, me, especially as a nutritionist, I've always said, that your breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And it is, but you guys, breakfast just means you're breaking your fast. And so that can happen for us at 11 or noon. And so what you want to do is watch that window. So a really, really powerful window is if you're starting your first meal around noon. I know a lot of you have been waiting until 11, and when you're brand new to this, you'll just kind of want to move that back a little at a time. And so you're getting your body used to that. In the beginning, you're going to be hungry. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm used to having breakfast at 6 or 7 or whatever. And, but if you push that back, you're going to start to notice, hey, I'm not even hungry. This is really helping. And so it's giving your body a break. So it really helps improve that. Let me see what else. Number 4, it's going to normalize your insulin sensitivity. And that's our goal. Being insulin resistant, what we want to do is improve your insulin sensitivity. And that will mean that you don't spike insulin. I'm going to do another video, in fact, that goes over what is happening, because there's 4 stages of insulin resistance. People with a normal insulin response, they'll eat and then their insulin will come up, probably in half an hour to an hour, it will stay up and then it will dip right back down. And so insulin is that key that either locks down or opens up your fat to be accessed for fuel. And so people that are insulin resistant, sometimes when they'll eat, they'll spike their insulin and it will be up for hours. So as we can improve that insulin sensitivity so it's coming down quicker, then you're going to have access to your stored fat. And that's what we want. We want access to that stored fat so you can lose your weight a lot easier. And so now your progesterone and your estrogen levels are just all skewampus when you're insulin resistant. And so that's why, people with PCOS or pre-diabetic or anyone in that metabolic syndrome is going to benefit from this. And we're seeing so many people in this group that have those issues, just like hypoglycemia, but especially PCOS. It's going to improve that. And so they're going to be able to drop the pounds and inches that have just been hanging on. Okay, number 5, it's really going to regulate your hunger hormones, your leptin and ghrelin. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone where you just are hungry. When you haven't eaten, then your body releases that ghrelin and you just feel hungry, and it won't stop until you shut it down. If you've watched my other video on fats, you'll know that MCTs, especially brain octane, will really shut down the ghrelin. But your intermittent fasting will do that as well. It also, your leptin is that hormone that triggers your body to either store fat or release stored fat. And so what you want to do is have your leptin working for you instead of against you and triggering the release of stored body fat so you can be utilizing that for fuel. And so, so it really helps to, get those in order. So an example, if you look at this, if you want to look at how your schedule is going to go, you could eat your first meal at noon. That would be your breakfast. And then you could eat your second meal at 3, which would be your lunch. And then your next meal at 6. So if you wanted to squeeze those in to a 6-hour window, and that leaves so much time that your body can be fasting on this intermittent fasting. And this is what it would look like. You could have a smoothie for breakfast. And so you're loading that. Remember, whenever you're going for overall health and weight loss, you're going for fiber. You want to increase, national recommendation for fiber intake is 25 to 35 grams a day. And so if you haven't been eating very much fiber, you want to up that so you don't get bloated. And lots of vegetables. You guys, vegetables should be the number 1 thing on your list. And then protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants that are going to be found in your herbs. And so make sure that you're doing your supplements to supplement your diet. So, so that's what your day would kind of look like. A smoothie, with your protein powder. And then you can also do collagen powder and then chia seeds. And if you want to throw in your fruits or grains into that, you can. And then for lunch, you would be doing a big salad with, your olive oil and that kind of thing. Make sure that you're putting fats also in your breakfast smoothie, your brain octane. If you're doing the bulletproof hot cocoa, which is really, really yummy, then you're getting the benefits of the cacao. And you can watch a video that I've done on cacao. Is really awesome. Number 6 is you're going to lower your triglycerides. There's been this battle recently between like the Western medicine and holistic health practitioners. And this is what's happening is in Western medicine, they're always kind of fighting that, oh, high cholesterol is what's causing heart disease and stroke and everything. And we're finding out that it's a bad profile of cholesterol, your HDLs to LDLs, and most of it is coming from triglycerides. So when you have high triglycerides, that's what the holistic world is finding that is really contributing to heart disease, stroke, and heart attacks. So what you want to be doing as well, you guys, is adding herbs to your shakes and to your meals. You can do it with your chicken. You can add basil, and turmeric is a great anti-inflammatory herb. Cinnamon, you can be throwing cinnamon in your shakes all the time. Ginger, turmeric, those kind of things are just great, those herbs. And we talk about those a lot in here. Number 7 is detoxification. You guys, it's going to detox your body. When you give your body that chance in between meals or in between your eating window, if you look at most people are getting up and first thing in the morning, they're eating breakfast and then they're eating all throughout the day and then they're snacking up till midnight or whatever. And they're never giving their body a chance to really relax. So I give people an example, especially moms. I give people this example, like if you have kids in the house, if you're a mom and you want to clean the house, but you've got your kids in the house, like if you're cleaning in the kitchen and they're in their bedroom, then all of a sudden there's a big mess in their bedroom. So you go in their bedroom to clean the bedroom and then they're making a mess out in the kitchen. So it's easier if you get the kids all the way out of the house and then you can clean your entire house. Well, your body's the same way. So your body starts to detox the liver and then you eat and then it's like, ooh, we got to go over and digest what she just ate. And so, and then you stop eating for a second and it goes, okay, now we can go detox. And then you snack and it has to go back over to digestion. So as you don't eat, it gives your liver just a chance to go, okay, we can really clean house, detox, throw out toxins out of the liver and get your body healthy. Now, you guys remember this, foods do not heal your body. Your body heals its body. So when you give it a break, then it can go and detox and heal those tissues. And so this intermittent fasting is going to be one of the best things for healing your body of different things that's going on. So fasting and resting is what is really, really healthy for your body. Okay, so number 8, last thing, is weight loss. And that's why a lot of you are doing this intermittent fasting, but there's so many different health benefits from that. So it just kills the appetite, you guys. When you start intermittent fasting, like I said in the beginning,